everyone, and welcome to another nail-biting episode of Sound Off with System One. Today, we'll be talking about developing your personal brand and why it's important. A personal brand, in many ways, is similar to a corporate brand. It's who you are, what you stand for, and what values that you find important. And just like a corporate brand helps to communicate value to customers and to set themselves apart from the competition, your personal brand does the same for you, especially when you're in the hiring process. And it lets a hiring manager know it's a way for you to communicate to a hiring manager your unique identity and value to those potential employers. So at the end of the day, it's your story. So we'll be discussing this with our expert panel. And in the meantime, I'll tell you the story of System One. At System One, we are a leading provider of specialized, highly technical outsourced services and workforce solutions to critical infrastructure, technology, life sciences, and government sectors. Founded more than 40 years ago, today System One operates in over 50 locations, putting more than 9,000 people to work in the United States, Canada, and the UK. So that being said, we will be discussing more, again, personal branding. But first, I'd like to introduce our panel of experts. Actually, before I do that, I'd like to introduce on the back end, we have some people working on the back end. Tracy McSheffrey, our senior brand marketing manager. I always like to thank her because she's working on the back end, making sure that this production runs smoothly every single week, and we love her. And we have our director of marketing, Rich Reed. He will be handling the comments section. So please, as you're joining our broadcast, go ahead and give us your name, tell us where you're joining from, and what industry you're in. And me, I'm Karen Callahan. I'm the Communications and Marketing Manager for System One. Fun fact about myself, actually, I'm going to stray a little bit this week. Allie, I'd like to tell you a fun fact about myself. You're new to our department, and I wasn't sure whether or not you knew that I actually have only been fired from one job in my entire life.
Where was that?
I was a psychic. They fired me. I didn't see it coming.
Wow. You know what, Karen? That's actually quite the coincidence because I started a part-time job at a bank a couple weeks ago.
You did?
Didn't last very long. On my first day, my first customer came in and asked me to check her balance. So I pushed her over. HR was not thrilled, and I now know to stick with marketing.
Well, you know what? That explains a lot, but we're happy that you joined our marketing department as a result of that. So, Allie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I'm Allie Hayes. I am the Engagement and Events Marketing Manager at System One. I just started in this role last Monday, so haven't been here very long, but I'm very excited about the opportunity to work with this fantastic team. So in addition to my banking story, I do have a fun fact to share with everybody. So I have played competitive soccer since I was about 6-7 years old, I think it was. But one of my favorite memories from that time was going to Italy with my soccer team the summer before 8th grade, I think it was, and getting a chance to play against some of the girls' teams over in Italy. So we played 4 games, and if my memory stands correct, we won 2 games, lost 1, and tied 1. But it is one of my most favorite special memories from my soccer career.
That is phenomenal. Do you know any Italian?
Ciao.
Ciao, baby.
That's all I have for you.
And up next, of course, we have Caleb. Caleb, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, hey, I don't know if I can quite compare to the 2 jokes that you 2 laid out at the start, but I got one for you. What's brown and sticky?
What's brown and sticky?
Brown and sticky.
A stick.
A stick.
But you win.
Hey, I'll be here all day.
Introduce yourself and let us know your hot job.
My name's Caleb Jordan. I'm a market manager at Mountain Limited. We specialize in the telecommunication space, providing managed services for engineering projects as well as staffing services for our clients in the industry. Tons of opportunity in telecommunications right now, but I just wanted to highlight our outside plant field and design engineer. We're looking for someone who is really a seasoned engineer, able to identify existing outside telephone plant as well as other utilities, identify those in the field as well as on the site plans, as well as someone who really has a functional knowledge of COE and OSP principles, someone who knows how to issue routine and unique work orders and acquire the right-of-way and easements where applicable. So if you're an outside plant engineer and you have some experience with CAD and design programs, I'd love to chat with you, or you can apply at the job on System One or Mountain Limited's website.
Excellent. That's a great opportunity. And thank you, Caleb, for providing that. Caleb's job, Rich Weed is dropping his job ID in the comment section. So you can use that and go to jobs.system1.com, or you can just go to jobs.system1.com. We do add jobs every day. So that's a great tool, our career portal. So thank you, Caleb, and thank you, Rich. Today, again, our topic is developing a personal brand and why a personal brand is important. So your story can play an important role in establishing or boosting your career. I read this morning a study where like 85% of hiring managers report that job candidates' personal brand actually influences their hiring decisions. So developing a brand might sound challenging, but there are steps that you can take to build credibility in your career. So we have, again, our experts here, Ali and Caleb, to discuss embracing your network and growing your online presence. So I'll start the topic off with you, Ali. Let's just start it off with you.
Great. Thanks, Karen. Yeah. So as you said, your personal or professional brand is the story of you. It's who you are and what you can bring to an organization, the value that you can add to a company and a business. And I know there's a quote by Jeff Bezos, and it's, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Your brand follows you from job to job. So it's really important that you do take time to build and maintain that. And there are a lot of steps. And one thing that I think is important when building your brand is showcasing your talents, because again, that's who you are and that's what you can offer to a team or to a company. And there are a lot of great ways to showcase your talent. One being a resume. A resume is your marketing document. It's a very easy way to market yourself. And another big way is online, specifically on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has a lot of great features on your profile that you are able to showcase your talents, your skills, your accomplishments. You can list any certifications and licenses that you have. In the featured section on your profile, you can add any blogs that you've written, documents you've created using different tools and software, and any links to any websites or portfolios that you might have. So you can connect them to specific jobs so people know what you've done in different positions. But it's very important that you do showcase your abilities and your skills.
Excellent. Do you have anything to add to that, Caleb?
Oh, for sure. LinkedIn is 100% my favorite place to network and really build my personal brand. One piece of it is the engagement. You know, you should follow companies that are trendsetters in your industry. You should follow individuals or maybe past coworkers that you'd like to share content with and receive updates as they navigate their professional lives. But it all really starts at your personal profile page. And I'd recommend that whether you're new to LinkedIn or whether you've been on for a while and just haven't taken a peek at your own profile, you should definitely do that and look at it with some new eyes. Starting right from the top, is your profile picture, is it relevant? Is it recent? Is your cover photo, is it blank, or do you have something in there that maybe tells a little bit about you or your industry? Just below that, you have your headline. I see a lot of folks who will list their job title in this field. However, I think that given this is a field that is shown under your name everywhere that your name appears on LinkedIn and searches and newsfeed, you should really use that headline to tell your story in a few words or less. Myself, I changed mine from market manager to moving mountains in telecom. It tells a little bit about where I work and the industry I'm in, and it I think makes myself more available to folks that are looking to build their business. So just take a look with fresh eyes at your profile. Make sure your profile picture and your header looks great. And keep scrolling down. What does your activity look like on your profile? What sorts of things have you engaged with recently? What posts have you pinned to the top of your page that's going to be presented to the world when they browse on over to your profile? And at the bottom, one thing that can be overlooked, but I think is a really powerful message, are the skills and endorsements. Skills is where you can list skills that you have that are relevant to your industry. And then your connections can endorse you for those skills. And just below that is the recommendations. That's where your coworkers, your former bosses, or someone that you've just networked with can brag about you. And there's no shame in asking a coworker for a recommendation on LinkedIn. I think that it's a great way to commend a peer for a job well done. And if you can get with a few coworkers and write some reviews for them, you could have yours filled up in no time. So really make the most of your real estate that's given to you on LinkedIn. Get out there and engaging. And you'll be surprised at what opportunities can start flowing your way once you make your voice heard on here.
Yeah, and those are really great points, Caleb. And I think, and we actually have people in the comments section mentioning, even when you slightly change things to your LinkedIn profile, that kind of it bumps you up in the network where people kind of see you again, right? So any even slight change that you add to your profile just to finesse it, even if it is 100%. Not all of us have 100% complete profiles, but if you do, if you just kind of finesse it and constantly change it, you're kind of throwing yourself out there to the spider network. Allie, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, absolutely. Caleb, I loved that you did mention the headline as one of those things that's important at the very top of your profile. I've talked with some people and tried to help them build up their personal LinkedIn profile page. And the headline is what I tell people is their snapshot. Besides the profile picture and the name, as you mentioned in the search bar, that's the third thing that connections or people searching on LinkedIn are going to see. So you want to hit those points, not just your job title, but what you do. For example, I have social media strategy, content creation, things like that listed on mine. So if people pull me up, they immediately know at least two things that I can bring value to a team with. So that, and then, we talk a lot about filling out the profile and making sure it's 100% complete, but that's not the final step. You then also have to be active on LinkedIn and connect and network with all of your connections. Make sure you're engaging, commenting on posts, posting your own content as well, making sure that your voice is being heard and you're not just a profile on a page.
Absolutely. Caleb, do you have anything to add to that?
I think Allie rounded it out really well. You have really one shot to make your impression and not just get scrolled by the rest of the news feed that's in LinkedIn. And if you have a full profile 100% filled out, if you're engaging in content in your industry, and if you're creating your own content, you'd be surprised at the opportunities that can start flowing into your inbox, and really just the greater reach that you'll have when you have an opportunity for the world. I mean, we didn't even really break into the recruiting side of it, but I know that when you have a powerful network and then you have an opening on your team, LinkedIn can be a great way to fill that opening. So not just on the job seeking side too, but also in the management realm, having a strong brand will really help you with your team.
Absolutely. I love that. And I think the bottom line is you need to know your audience also. So while you're on LinkedIn and you're creating your profile, I would recommend just doing your research in the industry, your desired industry, and following experts in the industry, see what they're writing about. Caleb, earlier on in our discussion, you also mentioned, or maybe it was Allie, one of you to jump in about doing featured posts. I thought that was interesting when we were talking this morning. Was it you?
Yeah.
or Allie?
Oh, sorry, Caleb, you can hop in a second. But I utilize the featured section on the
Yes.
profile. I have tagged my blogs that I've written for my previous company, Alta IT Services, also a System One company. So my blogs there, I've created a couple marketing documents that I feature on my page just to show that this is a skill I have. This is something that I have done and can do. But LinkedIn has so many great sections that you can add, so you can make it your own. You're building your own brand. Not everyone's LinkedIn profile is going to have the same stuff on it. No one's having the same skills on their page. No one has the same featured articles. So it really helps you build your own personal professional brand in a very easy way.
Caleb?
Yeah, I think Ali hit the nail on the head. Featured posts are a great way to just give extra visibility to something that you previously shared and spotlighted. I know that I was extremely proud to get an award my first year here at Mountain, and you bet that was my featured post for a little while there. So that's a really great way to engage with your network. I think that just seeing how your newsfeed starts populating once you're following industry relevant folks and starting the conversation, get in the comments and get your name out there because everyone that sees your comment will likely start to see your future posts, and you can really expand your network.
Absolutely. And again, your brand, again, I'm going to repeat myself from the beginning of the conversation. It's much like a corporate brand. It's how people see you, feel you. It's you're the value that you provide. And it's at the end of the day, it's your story. So the more you can utilize social network sites like LinkedIn, go ahead and do that, and just promote yourself and promote your story, because at the end of the day, being your most authentic self will help in all of your career goals and all of your life goals, to be honest. So I think that about wraps up today's discussion. As always, please check out first of all, feel free to connect with all of us on LinkedIn. Our contact information was dropped in the comment section. And go ahead, spider out that network, grow your network, people. And we do add new jobs every day at jobs.system1.com. We are live every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, both on LinkedIn and on YouTube. And if you haven't before, as a job seeker, or if you are a hiring manager or company looking for our outsourced services and workforce solutions, please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, because we have great interview tips, resume tips. We have success stories. It's a great channel to subscribe to. So please, again, join us next week, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, here on LinkedIn or YouTube, where we will be discussing soft skills and why they matter, in addition to hot jobs and industry trends. So thank you, and see you on Thursday.